Today is August 17th. In 3 days, we will be 7 months into Donald Trump's second term. A couple of months from now will be the second anniversary of October 7th, 2023, when Hamas, a terrorist organization who I denounce, attacked and killed a lot of Israeli civilians. On that date, the Israeli military also killed some Israeli civilians. And then in February, we're going to be at the third anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine for the second time since 2014, and everything that's come from that. And I took a couple of days and went down to my friend Shahana's olive tree farm to kind of unwind and relax a bit and hang out with my friend and have some fun conversations and just kind of try to escape a little bit from everything that's going on in the world. And that was great. And I enjoyed it immensely. And when I was driving home this afternoon, I was just kind of thinking about, like if people were criticizing me or attacking me for trying to get away from it for a couple of days, and from looking forward to spending a couple of days with my friend, and try to find some kind of joy or moments of happiness in the midst of everything that's going on in the world and in this country right now. And I was thinking that if anyone had done that, if anyone had done that to me and like scolded me or pointed and shook their finger at me about you shouldn't be finding any fun anywhere in the world right now, I would think that that person was a fucking asshole. But that's just me. And social media is a funny thing because there are a lot of people on social media who think that they're extremely important people. And they develop this kind of highly inflated sense of self. And especially on the left, because the left always brings morality into it. And when you can bring morality into it, then that makes you better than everyone else who is not meeting your self-prescribed level of morality. Anyone who doesn't hit that bar that you arbitrarily set on your own with your 74 followers, then you get to judge that person. And you get to judge that person very harshly because you are morally superior to those people. And I think in a lot of ways, it's like that's where the left gets so paralyzed. And that's where the language police on the left come in. And then, that's where you get the fringe groups that could give two shits about being effective as far as like winning elections. They care more about being right. And they care more about having that ability to dictate what other people on the left talk about and that ability to dictate how those people talk about things. And you get that ability to dictate language that other people use and language that you have decided they're not allowed to use any longer. And you get to dictate what other people say on social media or in the media in general. You have bestowed upon yourself the right to control other people and what they do and say in the media or on social media. Why? Because you are morally superior to literally every single other person on the planet. And so I was just thinking, like, yeah, I took a couple days and I went and had some fun with a dear friend of mine. And I took my dogs, and my dogs had fun. And they romped around and they ran. And they are completely exhausted from having fun this weekend. They had an absolutely ridiculous amount of fun this weekend at Shahana's farm. And I'm grateful that we were all able to go and do that and have fun and find some joy. Because everything sucks right now. Literally every single thing sucks right now. And so I was just thinking about the kind of people who believe that they get to tell people when, where, and how they're allowed to have fun, and get to dictate what other people who they've never met before have to do and say and show and demonstrate on social media or in the media or wherever. Otherwise, they get to say that that person is a piece of shit, and everybody else who is associated or excited about what that person is doing is a piece of shit, because this person is morally superior to every single one of you and is going to suck every single fucking ounce of joy and pleasure out of every other fucking person's life, unless every other person does and says and demonstrates what that person says they ought to, because that person's morally superior to all of you, to all of us. Even though all of us care deeply about a lot of the same things that this person over here cares about. And I was thinking a lot about that, and then I guess I kind of came around, and my broader point right now is, given the horrific things that are going on in the world right now, if you're the kind of person who is making shitty videos right now about Taylor Swift or her fans being excited about a new Taylor Swift album, you're an asshole. I remember how excited I used to get about new albums coming out from my favorite bands when I was a kid. Rush and Iron Maiden and Metallica and Slayer and Anthrax and Megadeth and Exodus and Testament and Queensryche, Judas Priest and Motorhead, you know, on and on and on and on and on. And the level of excitement that I would feel when I would find out that they had a new album coming out, and I would be excited about that. And thinking about somebody trying to shit on that, because those bands weren't doing something that that person demanded that they do. You're just a fucking asshole. All of these things can coexist. People can be concerned and speak out about things. People can choose not to speak out about things and still be excited about life and the things that happen in our lives. You don't get to order people who you've never met before to do things because you think they ought to do them because you're morally superior to every single other fucking person on the planet. Nobody has that right. You don't want to buy the album? Don't buy the fucking album. But shut the fuck up and stop sucking people's joy out of their lives.